What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Obviously today's video is going to be about your brows. I'm gonna make sure I give y'all details because y'all been asking, when you gonna teach us how to do our brows, sis? Don't worry, I got y'all. Just make sure you like, subscribe, and share so we can get into this video. Alright, so let's start off with our spoolie. The spoolie is just going to be our brush to help brush those brows up so we can apply our pomade to the bottom of our brows. Now, I personally start in the middle front and work my way to the back of my brow to create a tail. Then I just work to the front with whatever's left on the brush and just drag it on back. What I'm doing here is just lining my tail with the corner of my eye so I know where it ends, and then I'm just going to take the brush and start from the middle and bring it back and connect the end tail with the line that I made on the top of my brow. Now basically what I'm going to just do is take whatever's left on the brush and start again from the middle front and just connect my line and then fill in the little blank spaces with the product that's on my brush. Now I use a pomade. If you prefer to use a pencil, then go ahead, you can use a pencil, but I prefer a pomade because it goes on way smoother than a pencil does. And the pomade I'm using in this video is my Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade in the color Granite. Now what I'm just doing here is just lightly brushing in whatever's left on the brush and using the harsh line that I made at the bottom to rub in the middle part front of my brow, because I don't want it to be too harsh. I don't want to create a line or have lines on my brow. I want them to look a little natural, but light in the front, darker in the back. Remember, light in the front, darker in the back. After that, you just brush your hairs back into place if they aren't apart. I don't use a brow gel because my brows, hairs just pretty much stay in the place. But I mean, if you want to use a brow gel, then do your thing. But I don't, because they pretty much stay with the product. And everything I did on the right side of my brow, I'm just going to do to the left. You just start from the middle front, make a line under your brow, not too harsh, not too much, and just curve it on down. Again, match your tail with the corner of your eye. Start from the middle and then connect your tail. Just make sure your brow matches the other side, so you don't have a super thin brow on the left side and then a super thick eyebrow on the right hand side. Just fill in your spaces, keep it pushing. And don't forget, lighter in the front, darker in the back. Lighter in the front, darker in the back. Now, next step is for your concealer. I use a flat brush. I got this in my BH Cosmetics, just a bunch of brushes. It's like a 30 set, and I'm gonna use that to create my concealer line at the bottom. And the color concealers I will be using are two of them are from LA Girl Pro Concealer and one from NYX. I will be mixing Toast and my NYX concealer tan. Put it on the back of my hand so it gives me like a nice little s'more color, because I'm a s'more color, on the back of my hand, and put it under my brow. It's where I'm gonna highlight my brow and to shape it up a bit, just to give it some definition under the bottom. So I'm just gonna start in the middle front and work my way back, just putting the product along the line so you can erase the line that you made. It doesn't look harsh, and just bring it on back to your tail. Now you can extend it a little bit because you're just gonna blend that out again later. Now the reason why I use a flat brush is because it's easier for me to see and create my line. Again, makeup, I tell you all the time, is just your preference, what you prefer to do. There's no right or wrong way. My way is just my way. You may have a different way. I drag my concealer line all the way to the middle of my nose because I'm going to connect the line between my right eyebrow concealer bottom line and my left one, just so I can have a better match between the two. It makes them more symmetrical to me. Let me also throw my disclaimer in there. If you don't have to have matching eyebrows, sis, I promise you don't. It's your preference. Your eyebrows, I tell people also when they're learning, they're not gonna always be twins, but they're related, they sisters, okay? Because even when they wax them, however you do, you get your eyebrows thinned out, they ain't gonna look the same. One always gonna be different. I'm basically just pulling the concealer down into my eyelid, so I can I won't have too much product built up and I go to swiping and mess my damn eyebrow up, which typically happens sometimes when I'm doing my brows. But nonetheless, I just, you know, drag everything down so I can blend. Oh shit, look at my face. And it was at that moment I knew I effed up. But you can always go back and fix that. I'm just gonna go back into my pomade and cover up that concealer. You know, just cover it up. It's just concealer, nothing too big. I told y'all I tend to mess up my brows too when I'm doing it. Being a little fast ass, that's why. I was moving too doggone fast. But yeah, it happens. Just, you know, you can always correct it. It was nothing too big. So now what I'm just doing is taking the darker color from my top brow and the color Expresso in my LA Girl Pro Conceal, so I can put on my top brow and thin out my brows a little bit more. So of course, you know, just gonna start in the middle and drag the product on back. Be super careful with this because you are on top of your brow. Yo, if you mess up your brow here, you just gotta start all over. You gotta just start all over, sis. And then just drag your product from the middle to the front. Again, I make that line and drag my product up to the middle of my nose, so when I do it on the other side, it's gonna connect. Here's a tricky part that I do that kind of helps me keep my line straight. I move my head more so than I do the brush, so I don't like flinch or anything and F my brow up, because then I'm gonna be mad and I'm gonna have to start all over again. So what you can do is just hold the brush in one place and just move your head and not move your hand. So if you can see me slowly moving my head, not my hand, unless I'm pulling the concealer up or trying to drag it out a little bit more, but I try not to move my hand as much so my head can do the movements and I can like have my brows, you know, shaped perfectly. We almost finished. So what you're basically doing right now is you're just brushing the product, whatever's left on the brush, whatever's on your face, into the front of your brows so they can look a little bit more natural, so you don't have that boxy piano key looking eyebrow on your face, unibrow, Frida, I don't know, but you don't want that. You just want to blend everything out with this fluffy brush. I have an angled fluffy brush that I just use to blend out my brows, so everything looks together and natural, flowy, you know, all one. You don't have a Hollister signal on your face, you know. I'm done. Voila, you have really nice brows. Congratulations, you did it. I taught you everything that I could, went into detail. I hope you guys learned something. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share this video with all your friends who need to learn how to do their brows. And you tired of them walking around with the halo brows, the piano keys. Tell them, look, go follow Color Canvas. She got you. I'm a whole joke. All right, y'all don't pay me no attention. I'm trying not to be shady, but for real, make sure you guys stay tuned for the next video. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out.